Hello, thank you for joining me. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. And this is pick a deck, pick a card. So, have a look. I've got three decks there, one, two, three. So, pick which one attracts you, and I'm going to put three and two aside a moment. Okay, so let's go to number one. As usual, I will put the link to this deck if you want to see any further cards, because there is I have put a review on YouTube as well, so I'll put the link so you can have a look at the rest of the deck if you like this particular deck. This is the Shapeshifter deck that I'm using here. Okay, so for those of you who chose number one, let me just pick a card out for you. Okay, so we've got the Goddess of Earth. And what I've done today, I've tried to pick cards with animals on. And this one, as you can see there, you've got the hare. And you can see it's a hare because you've got the long ears there. And you've also got the bird in the background. Okay, so this is Pentacles, Goddess of Earth. So it's like the Queen of Earth, sort of akin to the Queen of Earth. Pentacles is an earth suit as well. It represents both the physical and also your finances. So this is quite a nice card to have. For those of you who chose number one, it represents fertility, growth in your health, growth in finances as well. And you can see the tree in the background there. The tree is always indicative of strength. Like your backbone is like a tree, solid as a root, and you can let go of the leaves, things that have no longer serve you. That's telling you to let anything that no longer serves you, let it go to somebody else who can benefit. So time for a spring clean. If you haven't done that already, get rid of some of the old stuff that no longer is of any use to you. Let it go, let somebody else have it, let somebody else deal with it, or get the enjoyment from it, books, things like that. And just get rid of some of the clutter. You've got it's almost like a bird bath, or a water bowl for the birds, isn't it, that? But it also feeds the animals, the hare. And you've got that yellow ray. Yellow is often shown in cards as a link to divinity, but then this is the Goddess of Earth, so it's linked to divinity anyway. I mean, don't forget, Source created all of life, and the Earth is often seen as female, as a goddess and a living being in her own right. But the Earth is a living being. The bird there represents movement, so you've got growth and progression coming to you. You've got the red on the cloak, which is energy. That's also linked to your root chakra. You've got the green there linked to your heart chakra, the blue linked to your throat and your third eye. And of course the yellow and the orange are linked to your sacral and your solar plexus chakras. And you've got the lilac there and the bright light linked to your crown chakra as well. So you've got all the chakras there represented, so that's a nice balance. That's say with your health, that's progression in your health. If you've not been feeling too well, number ones, this is a card that indicates that you'll be feeling a bit better in the next few days, next few weeks. Things will be improving health wise for you. There's a balance there with your chakras, which is a good sign of your health. Getting a lot better, of you feeling a lot better, fitness wise as well. If you're about to start on a new regime of exercise, or I use the word very lightly, dieting, because I don't agree with diets and crash diets and stuff like that. But if you're embarking on eating healthier, like fresh fruit, fresh veg, then this is a good time to start. This bodes well for anything like that for you. Now, this bird here is actually the raven. It's the bird of the goddess. Now, this represents the goddess Dana or Anu of the Tuatha De Danann. I'm hoping I've pronounced that right. They were turned into fairy folk in the legend, but here we've got the, as I say, like a bird bath. But if you can see, you've got the three faces on there. Now this bath here is symbolic of rebirth, and this sort of like a river of life type of thing. And also the roses here. This is symbolic of birth as well. And that tree there, you've got like pomegranates on the tree. And some people say that in Adam and Eve, the fruit that they ate was not the apple, was the pomegranate, but it's symbolic of knowledge, and which, as you can see, it's coming from that person's head there, the seat of the brain of knowledge, of the memory as well. So this is a card of fertility number one. So as I said before, anything that you're trying to start, especially if it's a health program, a healthy eating program, an exercise program, and also anything to do with finances. So if you're looking to invest, and please remember that I am not a financial consultant. Okay, so I'm not giving you advice. I'm just telling you what this card means. It's up to you whether you want to invest money in anything or anything like that. Okay, so just to a word of warning there, but this card is symbolic of things like investments, monetary wise, new jobs, new prospects, new clients, new positions. It's something that is a new start for you. You've got the sun there coming through, warming. Its rays are very warming. Everybody feels better when the sun's shining, don't they? Obviously, some people don't like the heat, but you don't always get red hot with the sun. You can have the sun shining in winter as well, and people feel a lot better. So, this is a card symbolizing progression, moving forward for you, number ones. And as I say, this is the goddess Dana, and she's represented by the hare. And the hare is symbolic of order and formation. And legend has it that on May Day they used to hunt the hare, which I know people still do things like that, which I personally don't agree with. I don't think it certainly isn't any kind of sport that I can imagine going hunting an animal. That's not sport, especially when they do it with dogs, with horses, and with guns. I mean, where's the defence that the hare has? Nothing at all. I mean, come on, guys. If you want to go hunt an animal, get on your hands and knees and do it on its own terms. Even that I wouldn't agree with, but it would be a lot better, wouldn't it? Do it on their terms. But anyway, that's the white hair. As you can see there, the goddess as well. She's wearing like it's almost like a snake bracelet that goes up her arm. That's symbolic of the DNA strands and the Kundalini, the awakening of the Kundalini. So, I mean, I've said this quite a few times in some of the readings. Do your meditation, but stay grounded as well. So this card is also saying to you, you can stay grounded. You've got to the Kundalini awakening, number one, so you're doing pretty well. But keep yourself grounded. Get yourself some, maybe some, I would say green crystals with this one to stimulate your heart chakra and also to ground you. And I feel green, not the darker ones. You don't need anything dark with this card. It's just a light energy that you need. Okay, you may have noticed a shift in the camera because it just fell over. But anyway, here we go. The still on number ones there. So because this card is also showing me grounding, and the goddess Dana is also linked to family and the grounding, the roots. So I'm also getting the feeling that there's something, some kind of message, some kind of news coming to you about the family number ones. Nothing bad, because this card is a really positive, nice card, a really uplifting card, moving forward, progression. So there's nothing bad, but I reckon there's something about the family. Maybe you could, maybe you're about to start looking into your family history, especially with the tree there, the family tree. Maybe that's something that you've thought about, number ones, and maybe you're looking into starting to work out your family tree and going back into the history. So if that's something that you are thinking of, this is a really good card to have, saying that, yeah, do that. Things should be pretty easy at the moment for you to actually set out on that kind of a journey. So have a look at that. Okay, so there you go, number ones. There's your card for this week. I hope you like that. Leave your comments at the bottom. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you next week, number ones. So thank you for joining me. Bye bye. Okay, moving on to number twos. Oh, looks like I need to invest in a different camera, doesn't it? Yeah, so this is the animal tarot. Let me just mix some of these up. I have shuffled them, believe me. But I will leave the links for these ones down the bottom as well for you. And I'm really getting a mess with these, aren't I? Let me just try it again. They're quite big cards, lovely glossy cards these are, but very big, very annoying to shuffle. Alright, so for number twos, let me pick your card. Okay, we've got the Nine of Summer. This is the Pomeranian dog. So let's just do the basics first of all. So now's the time when your dreams come true. Don't worry about how this will happen. Just give gratitude to God for all that you have and all that's still yet to come. So what I'm taking from that straight away is manifesting. And when we manifest, we let the universe know what we want. It has to be positive and not harmful to anyone else. Because if it's harmful to anyone, including yourself or your family or your friends or any stranger or any animal, then it's not going to happen. It's going to come back to you threefold, very negatively. So you don't want that. So anything that's of benefit to yourself and not harmful to anyone else, this is the kind of manifestation that you would look for. But when you put it out to the universe, you have to remember to let it go. So where it says just give gratitude to God that for all that you have and all that's yet to come, you let go your desires to the universe. Just let them deal with it, but also be grateful for everything that you've got around you already, number twos. So I mean, this little dog here is surrounded by toys, cookies, bones. He's got a shoe to chew on, and he's got a little magic lamp. So that magic lamp contains the genie that can give him his wishes, whatever he wants. So the universe is it contains everything we want, and trust me, there's enough wealth in the world for every person to be a multimillionaire. It's just that certain people are sitting on it. But there are ways to, get what we want as well. One of them is manifestation. So instead of rubbing the pot and waiting for the genie to come out, just let your wishes, your wants, your desires go into the universe and let the universe deal with it. But be grateful for everything that you've got around you already. I mean, if you look at this little dog, he's got humans in the background giving him everything he needs. So those humans are akin to the universe, akin to angels, spirits, gods. If this was you, for instance, you've got all of this around you, all of these toys, all of this food. It's sure to have water there somewhere as well. So you've already got everything that you need, and be grateful for everything there, because when you're grateful and people see that you're grateful, they're going to give you extra, they're going to give you more. If you're not grateful and you start chucking all your toys out the bowl, out the basket, or throwing your toys out the pram, as they say, then powers that be are just going to say, well, I'm not giving you anything else then because you're just chucking it away. You see what I mean? So be very grateful for what you've got. And if you do have desires for other things, just let it go into the universe, let them deal with it. If it is for if it is a benefit to you to have that desire, then the universe, God, spirits, whatever you want to call them, it will be provided for you. So that's how you do your manifestation. I don't agree with this business of let me manifest some money and I'll pretend that I've already got it and feel like I've already got it, because it can just get you into debt. So I don't go to that. With myself, when I manifest, I literally think, oh yeah, I could do with this, and I just let it go, and it does actually arrive on your doorstep. So in one form or another, and that's the way I I do things. But yeah, I know some people say, "Oh, just pretend you've already got it. Just make out that you've already got your $1 million and or whatever it is." Because it's often money that we're trying to manifest to pay bills and things like that if we're short. But I think just pretending that you've already got it is not a good idea, because it just gets you into debt. But this is a nice card. Summer. You've got the sun out. It's a 9 as well. So the 9 is almost coming to an end. It's showing the something that you've been doing um, is coming to an end. Maybe it's just these things that you've been wanting to get, that you've been trying to manifest already. Maybe they're about to fall into your lap, because the 10 is the last card of the minor arcana suit. That's before you get to the court card. So the 10 is the ending. So the 9 being the one before, it's coming up to an end. It's telling you that pretty soon things are going to start tying up, the knots, the loose knots are going to start tying up for you. Another thing with the little Pomeranian dog, they're little small lap dogs, and I think with this little dog, that like little, well, you can see on there, can't you? It's like a little fairy bear. They're the symbol that good things come in small packages. It's a symbol of luxury because it's known as a lap dog. People often have these little Pomeranians, um, when you see the elite walking around with them and their bags as little accessories. I mean, they're not an accessory; they are living beings. But it's seen as a little luxury dog. So, as I said, whatever you're manifesting at the moment, the 9 is a symbol that things are going to start coming to you. But you do need to be grateful for what you've already got, number twos. And also, you've got a lot of green on this card as well. The green is the heart chakra. So remember to be grateful and loving, be loyal to those around you, um, be honest, be open. Your heart chakra needs to be full of love to those around you, and gratitude can help with that as well. And this is the way we encourage positivity into our lives. So, the more grateful we are, the more positive and optimistic we are feeling, the better our lives can be as well. So, that's your card number two. So, remember, let it go, trust the universe, trust God, trust your angels, trust spirits, whatever you want to call them, they'll get things sorted out for you. Alright, so leave your comments down below and I'll catch you next week, number two. So enjoy your week. Take care. Bye bye. Okay, moving on to number threes. This is the Animal Wisdom Tarot. And again, I'll leave the link down below if you want to see some more of this deck. Okay, let me see if I can shuffle them without knocking the camera over this time. Alright. Okay, number threes. Your card for this week is the Hummingbird, 6 of branches. Now you can see straight away you've got the green on that hummingbird, which is the heart chakra. So this is a lovely card showing you that you need to be loving, kind, show people some kindness. Just do little bits of kindness without even thinking about it. Just the smallest thing, like holding the door open for somebody, can really make you feel better, as well as making another person feel better as well. And in fact, I think that's really good for everybody. As soon as we all start doing just those little things, letting somebody go in front, you know, letting a car come out before our car, and you know, all those, just those little things that we can make somebody's life a bit easier. It makes our life easier as well, and it's returned to us threefold, if not more. I mean, look at all the fireworks going on up there. So this is a really nice card showing you that things are coming your way at the moment. You've got these beautiful flowers coming out. The red is the root chakra. So this is a card telling you to stay grounded as well. But it's also it's showing me a very or I should say a lot of nature in that card. I get the feeling of walking barefoot in the grass, things like that, to stay grounded. And I would say on that as well, if I was going to pick a crystal for you, number threes, I would go for a red one, like red jasper, for instance, to stay grounded with. So that's a really nice card showing your nature, as I say, getting out into nature, just enjoying being with nature, enjoying all the life around you. The hummingbird is quite a small little bird, and when you see it, its feathers often shine in the light like iridescent, and it pollinates the flowers. And a hummingbird can actually hover, and they can move backwards, forwards, sideways, almost with no thought, with no even with no wing movement. They just hover, and it's almost like a bee. You know the way the bees move around the flowers and that, and they can go backwards, forwards, and hover. And this little bird can do the same thing as well while it's pollinating the flowers and feeding from the nectar. So this is saying to you that this is akin to the Six of Wands in most decks, by the way. But it's a fire card. This bird shines in the sun. So it's for those of you who chose this one, number threes, this is a card showing you that you do shine in the spotlight. You like to be the center of attention. You can be ones to pass on messages to people. You can be ones to pass on knowledge as well. So you'd be great teachers. But be very careful that the stuff that you're passing on is not gossip, because that would not be that would come back to you bad ways. So try not to get involved in anything like that. Try to pass on positive things to people, positive messages, like, as I say, your knowledge, for instance. Teach other people your knowledge, show other people the benefit of the knowledge that you have, and especially from your roots. So any knowledge that has been passed down from your family, maybe you can be quite birds are quite intuitive. And so with the roots here, some of you may actually be quite intuitive, and this has been passed down through your family, number three. So that's what I'm picking up there, that some of you have got family members from going back generations that have been psychics or astrologers, tarot readers, anything like that. And you're carrying on that tradition as well in the family. Right, so what else am I getting from this? So, let's say you do need to stay grounded though, steer clear from the gossip, but also remember that even though you like attention and you like to be in the spotlight, remember that sometimes if you stand back and allow another person to take the spotlight instead of yourself, sometimes you get the benefits of that as well. So don't be afraid to actually stand back and let somebody else take the spotlight for a change, because it's often a case of where you can actually benefit in or bask in someone else's glory, so you can benefit from that as well. Alright, so what else have we got? So you've got all the fireworks there. So this is good news coming to you as well. Those of you who chose number three, you're waiting to hear about something at the moment. You've got fireworks going off in the background there. That's good news, celebration. So look out for some kind of celebratory news in the next week, I would say, looking at that. Yeah, so some kind of celebration, number threes, but also the little hummingbird is absolutely gorgeous. If you've never seen one, do a search on the internet and have a look at some of the videos of them. They're absolutely beautiful. And this card can also indicate some kind of spiritual enlightenment coming, or some kind of download, as they're calling them at the moment. Some kind of spiritual insight. But as I said before, I reckon some of you have got psychic talents that have come down through the family, so that's where your spiritual insight will be coming from as well. And so look out for your guides, for spirit guides, look out for signs from angels and things like that, number threes, because those are coming to you. You're going to get some kind of messages pretty soon from good sources, very good sources. A lovely card, that, absolutely beautiful. But yeah, if you've never seen a hummingbird, look them up. They can literally hover, they can go backwards, forwards, upside down. Oh, they're amazing, absolutely amazing. And the way their feathers shine in the spotlight, it really beautiful birds. So yeah, so those of you who pick that card, you like to be in the spotlight yourselves as well. But as I said before, just remember sometimes you get the benefit by allowing somebody else to take the spotlight, and you standing back, you actually get the benefit that way instead. So try to be a little bit discerning when it comes to things like that, and use your intuition, your insight, and your intuition to know when to stand back and when to move forward. Okay. So there you go. Number three is leave your comments down below, and press like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next week. Okay. So enjoy your week, and thank you for joining me. Take care. Bye bye.